showcasing the job roles and lives of loggers in British Columbia. My team wanted to document this way of life in our dominion of the British Empire before everyone is soon to lose their jobs in this dying industry. The first people to often start into the forest are the road builders. They may be the most well put together people of all the job roles in the woods. Usually they are found pulling their hair out trying to make a road out of mud, and the boss never understands why everything's falling apart, because when they walked the right of way in the summer the dirt was good solid road material. As winter comes, the road builder will migrate to the grader in which he plows snow and is told by everyone who drives the road how to do his job and how they could do it better. A phrase often said by the ignorant masses is "just get it down to dirt." This is an absolutely fascinating statement, as it showcases the complete stupidity of those who have no concept of how grader blades and ice work. You will never cut through 6 inches of fucking ice to get to dirt, no matter how many times you demand the grader to try. Once the appropriate roads and landings have been built inside the blocks slated for harvest, the first step of logging begins. That is the tree falling. Most tree falling done now is accomplished by use of a feller buncher. Buncher operators are some of the most extraordinary specimens on planet Earth. Extremely haywire, you will never know when they will turn up to start cutting trees after being on week-long coke and drinking benders. Once they are at work, you can judge their level of sobriety by the quality of their bunching. When it looks like they were trying to weave a wicker basket, you know it must have been one hell of a good long weekend. Few observers in modern times have seen the same buncher operator for more than a year at a time. Due to its way of life, it is always in its nature to burn bridges quickly, and so they must transition to the next job with haste to ensure the survival of their habits. Next in line is the loaderman, who starts the process of hoe trucking, grabbing the bunches and asking themselves how the hell did the fella buncher lay the wood out so badly. Screaming can be heard inside the cab as the loaderman tries to pull bunches loose that are so buried under a mass of felled timber that the tracks of the machine start to lift off the ground. Skidders can also be used to forward wood as well. In that case, the loaderman gets to babysit the skidder and laugh as he watches the idiot run over every stump in the forest, almost flipping the machine and making the operator shit his pants. In consequence, it is a truly beautiful sight. When the wood has been piled in the desired spot, a processor begins to cut it up into proper lengths. This is an important step and can make a huge difference in the amount of money being made if things aren't done right. This is ironic, as most processor operators are half asleep or baked while running the machine, sitting in the same spot spinning in circles all day. By far the most complex machine in the bush, it is great when the computer malfunctions and you are left with a 50-something-year-old who can hardly use a smartphone trying to get into the computer and screwing up all the adjustments and calibrations, adding to the ongoing clusterfuck.
It ain't got no gas in it.
Saving the most legendary job in logging for last comes the truck driver. If there is anything to bitch about when it comes to almost anything, the truck driver will be the first to let you know. If it wasn't for the large guts many of these truck drivers achieve after years of sitting on their asses,
So what are you looking at my gut for?
they could easily be mistaken for a pack of old ladies gossiping at tea time. Thinking they are of extreme intelligence, they often switch radio channels to talk to one another and complain how the loggers aren't doing their very best to kiss their asses. And so as the logs reach the sort, the cycle is completed and repeated day after day. This rabble of miserable derelicts will continue to do what they do best and try to get some logs in between all the fuck-ups.